I'm going to walk you through the process that we took to refinish these old beat up wormwood cabinets that had a bunch of holes in them and lightened up this whole space. So first off, we had to do a lot of sanding and then filling in all the wormwood holes with wood filler. We used an orbital sander, started off with 100 grit and then went down to 220 grit to kind of smooth everything out. Also used a finish sander that we picked up at Harbor Freight for 20 bucks just to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And the great thing about this sander is it broke at the end of the job, so I got to return it and get my money back and basically got to use it for free. Then once we had everything sanded down, the next step was to whitewash the wood to lighten it up. That involved mixing some water with just a little bit of ceiling paint. We tried some different ratios of paint to figure out what we liked the most. We wanted something that was a little more white than yellow. And so once we got that figured out, we applied some polyurethane onto the wood to see which types of polyurethane we liked the most. And we went with the water base versus the oil base just because it wasn't quite as yellow. Probably not quite as durable, but easier to apply and not quite as yellow. So that's what we went with. We used 3 coats of that and did a real light sand between coats to keep it smooth. Just hand sanded with 400 grit. And wound up with a pretty good finish. And then we took off all the doors and did that with all of them, whitewashed them, put on our 3 coats of polyurethane, and also did that with the faces of the cabinets. We also painted the top trim white and filled in all the wormwood holes, even though it's not shown there. We smoothed all those out, and it really lightened everything up. Additionally, we had a really ugly light fixture in here. It was just an old fluorescent light, and we replaced that with something that looked a little more classic, and that really cleaned up the space as well. There's a lot of sanding and filling in holes, but in the end, it really lightened everything up, and I think it made it look a lot better. But go ahead and comment or ask any questions, and let me know what you think.